Hello everyone, today is the 1st of September and I thought why not weekly vlog or like ish weekly, because I'm gonna split some into smaller vlogs etc according to my plans. But why not vlog in September? And I'm like, I already have like 10 videos I need to edit, so I don't even know when this will be up. But I really felt a weekly vlogging and talk about the books that I like reading throughout the month. Obviously if you watch my TBR etc you know what's coming, but maybe not order etc. It is currently 8 a.m. in the morning. I have started a new lifestyle where I wake up every day like 7:15 to work with school, because I'm a student now. I don't want to talk about it. It's really because like if I wake up like 10 and 11 etc, I don't really get any time to work with school. If I work around usually like 3 or 4, that's not always the case, but we don't need to talk about that. So then I have many good hours to work with school, and then my plan is usually to like, I will read after I'm done with work, which is usually like 8. So then I have like 2-3 hours in the evening to read, and then I go to bed every day at 11 instead of like 2-3 a.m, which I used to do. So yeah, I literally been able to do this for now 1 month-ish. My computer's doing weird stuff, and it has worked really well. I feel like much more productive, I feel like I can do a lot more. And then I came to the fact that school was difficult in a way that I don't really know what I'm working with right now. I need to find, what's it called, the scientific questions, a problem statement, a topic for 2 different papers, not just one, it's 2 different papers. And that was difficult, so then my brain was just like, no, this was too hard. No, I already found a lot of like sources for one of them. The other one, I have no idea. But my point is that then I was just like, oh, but I need to also do like all these 400 things for YouTube, because I got all that, a huge book of arcs from my friend Justine, and I need to read those before the release date. Everyone thing was releasing like within the same week. Now it's calmed a bit down. So like I've been filming reviews and editing, and then I posted other videos as well, because I don't only want to post those reviews. And it's been crazy times. Many videos has been made, and I have so many I need to edit. And it makes me happy because usually I don't know sometimes what I'm like filming and posting, but now I have so many in line that is almost too much, and it makes me happy. So that's good. But my point is that I'm supposed to study now, but I need to edit a video. Not this video, but another video. It's a review that I had to refilm because I didn't like the first one I did. So that also took time. And I want to do that now before 9, because I'm gonna, I have a phone call at 9. And then I don't know what's happening then, because One Piece was released yesterday, live action, and I've been watching it, but I'm only 5 episodes in. Absolutely loving it. It's one of the best things. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it more when I'm done. And there's also Wheel of Time was released. So I want to watch that as well. I know I was just said I'm supposed to work with school, but we don't need to talk about that. I have time. It's good. It's fine. My whole point was waking up early so I don't procrastinate my schoolwork. And now I wake up early and procrastinate my schoolwork by doing YouTube work. So it's work, just in a different capacity. What I'm going to read today, my voice is dying because I just woke up-ish, is The Spirit Versus Teeth by Andrew Joseph White. Andrew Joseph White is the author of Alpha With Us, which was like YA apostolic thing where like these angel like religious people taking over the world and like kind of ruin the whole world. And I have a main character who was trans and like belonged to those like very religious people, but then he decided to go over to the rebels in a way. I liked a lot of parts in that book, but there was a lot of things that was executed in a way that didn't work for me. But I said at the time that the next book Andrew writes, I think I will like better, because then the author's like grounded, I was gonna say, their feet a bit, you know? What I want from this is better execution in the ideas, but that cover is stunning. My hair is stuck. And it's set in London 1883. Seems like the veil between living and death has thinned. I'm not going to read more of the synopsis. I don't like that. So I'm going to talk more, obviously, when I start it. Plan is to finish this tomorrow. I read half today, half tomorrow. Because while at the same time I started studies, and I'm doing a new lifestyle, doing a billion videos, I also still read like about 200 pages a day because I'm an idiot. So like, I don't know, don't talk to me. I am very curious to see what I will think about it. I also will talk about it here, even though I'm also going to post a separate review, because that's just how life is. But yeah, it's a Friday today. So I'm thinking I will vlog this to Saturday, because then I have other plans. You shall see. But yeah, I hope you enjoy a little vlog from me. Let's go. hello. It has been many hours, a whole day. I was at work, etc. And I watched one episode of Wheel of Time Season 2. I finished One Piece. And my head has been hurting all day because I cried in One Piece. Yeah, it's been an ordeal. I started Spirit vs. Seeds. I did not get to read 200 pages. But I really enjoy what I read so far. And it is very interesting. I'll talk more in the morning because I'm very tired because it's almost 11:30. I should have been in bed at 11. Still want to give an update. I also started Fourth Wing, which seems super random, but it's on my TBR. And I started it because they had it on Scribd. So I want to do it as an audio so that it's less I need to read physically and I have time for even more things to read. I don't know why it's not focusing on me. It's very annoying. But either way, I will talk more about Fourth Wing and Spirit vs. Seeds tomorrow. I'm very tired. I just want to say hello. And also watch Red, White, Royal Blue, as you said. And I don't like romantic comedies, but I still want to watch it. And that's all I have to say about it. Good night. It's next morning. I am going to work. But I thought to update you with the light behind me before I leave. So yesterday I did read The Spirit vs. Teeth with the bookmark flying. 110 pages. And this is, as I said, set in London, 1883. We follow our main character Silas, who is trans, but since he lives in a time where that's not accepted, he is soon forced to be married and gonna bring on the line, etc, etc. But he's also from a family where people have violet eyes, and that means that they can commune with the spirits, but women are not allowed to do this in this world. Then they get like basically sentenced to death or something. And he has been practicing and doing this, but is not allowed to because he's seen as a woman of the people around him. Then he is supposed to marry into this super, super rich and powerful family, but is sent to this institution before because he's sick of what's it called, whale sickness, because like the people with violet eyes can communicate with like the whale for the other side, and it's going to be cured there, and it's now like in this school institution place. We will see if he survives there, we will see what happens there. But yeah, we have like this supernatural side of the story, and then our main character just wanting to live as himself. And so far I'm really liking it. I'm liking the vibes, I'm liking the writing, I'm liking the setup a lot. I'm curious to see like how the story will develop. And yeah, it's releasing on Monday or something, but I don't think you will see this vlog before then. But not Monday, Tuesday, next Tuesday, the 5th of September. And yeah, I'm excited to see what I think, but so far very much enjoying it. I was supposed to read 200 pages yesterday, but I am 90 pages short and I'm supposed to finish it today. But hopefully it will all work out. It's because of work, One Piece, and then I watched the other movie, etc. And then, as I said, I also started Fourth Wing. I was planning to read this physically, but then saw that the audiobook wasn't Scribd. Fourth Wing is like the most hyped book this year. It is a fantasy romance, and it's set in this school where people are going to be trained to become dragon riders, basically. And it's a really dangerous school, so people die there, like, constantly. And then our main character is kind of forced to join the cadets and like become a dragon rider. And then basically we have just started classes and she's gonna go there, and then they also like at war with these other people that want something and has been wanting something for years, but we don't really know what it is, so I assume that's something we will find out. There's also people at this school, other students that were in a rebellion, like against the, I guess, the constitution that rules this world. But the rebellion was defeated, but then they conscripted the like children of the people rebellion there, so they hate our main character Violet because she is like the daughter of like one of the commanders, or like one of, I don't know if it's the commander, but like one of the highest commanders that beat down the rebellion. So they hate her because like her mother killed their parents. I don't really get why they were just like, yeah, they took them into school because they thought they were gonna die there anyway. And I'm like, what do you do if one of them don't die? Then you literally have someone that hates the military that you allow them to join, and getting inside information into the military that they hate because that military killed their parents. I don't really get the logic there. But yeah, so basically so far we have two dudes. We have one who is her childhood best friend, who is like super hot and super nice, yay. And then we have one that was like a rebellion person's son. I think Dane is the name of like the nice dude. And what is the rebellion's son's name? I am listening to the audio. So what is the name? Does it say in the synopsis? No, it doesn't. But he's like super brutal and like the best and super scary. So which one is she gonna screw? That's what I want to know. I hope she just do both and they all enter a poly relationship. But yeah, so far very brutal. As I said, like people die in this school a lot. I don't really get why do we have a school where they all die, because that seems like a loss of resources. Even if they don't pass, that's fine. Like, but they could still use them in their society for like, I don't know, something. I don't know, someone needs to show for shit, not murder them, you know? But either way, that's just how it works in this world. I don't know how far I'm in. So far, I had a laugh. It is like great entertainment fun. Like, I am enjoying myself. But I'm also like questioning some parts. I'm like, what? Like I said, it doesn't make sense, those two things I mentioned. But where am I? I am on chapter 9. Is that correct? Yes, I'm actually on page 72. I just like listened to this part. So I need to find a bookmark somewhere in my room. But yeah, so already almost 100 pages, which I would definitely reach today because I have a little commute now. So I'm gonna listen to it on my way to work, which is great because that's why I like to do an audio as well as a physical, because then I am like doing progress on my TBR at the same time, and it's all good, it's all good. Enjoying the audiobook, the narrator is great. Really enjoying these very two different reads. And yeah, I'm gonna go to work and then I need to read later, so you should see me then. Hello, so it's quite late, a bit over my bedtime once again, but it's fine. I did finish, whoa, earlier. Have followed with us. I had a good reading session and it was really great. Actually, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed how it developed, the character relationship, how it was written. It was very like gruesome and grotesque as well in some of its details. And so was the first book by the author. Not necessarily body horror this time, but a bit like we literally have a wound where we can describe how a main character like presses out a pus, etc. So if you don't like stuff like that, then like don't recommend. And it is brutal and has definitely like sad parts in it because there's a lot of sorrow of these girls that goes to this school, and our main character has a lot of like trauma, sorrow within him as well. And another note is like, you know, hauntings, ghosts, murder, etc. But it also carried hope, and I really enjoyed it overall. I will of course make a full review, etc., which to be honest probably will go up before this vlog sees the day. So yeah, if it's up, I will leave a link down below. But overall, very much enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Much more like this than the first book by the author, where I felt like certain parts of that was like, I enjoyed the writing and like the idea of the story, but just how it was executed didn't work as well for me. This one, I enjoyed so much more. I'm so happy to say that because like I felt that I would enjoy the author. It was just some parts missed in the first book, and I'm really glad that it didn't in this one. So yay, I finished my first book for September. I'm very happy. And I also listened more to Forkwing. I listened to over an hour today. I haven't checked where I am in the book itself. It's not really that important, but really it's developing, it is interesting. It has a way of like world building through like classes and like a main character being kind of a historic nerd because she was supposed to be a scribe. We have tension because it's kind of like a bit enemies to lover situations, because as I said, the dude that like is like the most brutal one or whatever, his family or parents was killed by her mother, but also I forgot to say that he, or like the rebellion, killed her brother. So like they both killed loved ones on each side. So like but then she's always like, oh my god, he's so good, and I'm kind of hard, but I can't think that. I'm like, girl, you gonna screw. And I'm excited for it. But also it has actually a really interesting world of how like these dragons like function, etc., how the dragons function, but different types of dragons and how like they're bonded with the humans and how to get a certain ability when they bond with a dragon. I think that all of that is actually very interesting. Just I don't get like by so much murder in school, but it's fine, it's fine. So far, very entertaining. I'm keep laughing because it's like kind of stupid, but it's still just at the same time surprised that some parts are very much more enjoyable than I thought it would be. Which I'm not saying I didn't think at all was gonna happen, but sometimes I go in a bit like, because like it could be like Kingdom of the Wicked that I didn't enjoy at all. But it could also be like the Bridge Kingdom, which I absolutely adore, which is two fantasy romances that are very different, but I know people love both, but I really love Bridge Kingdom. So like if this can reach Bridge Kingdom heights, I would be very happy. And that's what I'm hoping for. And so far it is like we're on a good run, so you shall see. Tomorrow I have sprints and stuff. And yeah, I also watched what's it called? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the first time. I never watched it before. I obviously like know of it because like the game came out and Erica and Oli has been playing it, so I watched them play while editing videos. The movie was, I wouldn't exactly say fun is the right word, but it was interesting and it was fun to see another horror classic because I love myself some horror movies but haven't watched a lot of the classics. So we did that and ate pizza that I forgot to film, of course. Yeah, tomorrow I should really work with school because I haven't worked with school in 2 days, but I also want to film like 3 videos and I also have sprints and I have a live show. So what am I gonna prioritize? Who knows? Someone shout at me, please. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. I'm very tired. Okay, so I spent this morning like literally filming 3 videos and then I ate some pizza and now I am on sprints with my patrons and I'm gonna read Berserk, the 10th deluxe edition. This I'm obviously gonna film like a whole vlog for, etc. So obviously that won't be this vlog and I will just tell you when I'm done, but basically Berserk is about Guts, that is a sportsman, and then we see him finding all these like monsters and stuff and go back in time to find out like what's happening, what kind of world are we in, etc. Basically about trauma and loss, and it's terrible, but one of the most beautiful things I ever read. Currently my favorite manga of all time. So yeah, I'm very excited to continue, even though I know it's gonna break me, but I'm still very excited and of course gonna blow it to pieces. And yeah, I am soon caught off with the deluxe editions as well, which is very exciting. Gonna go and read this out and you shall see me later. Okay, so it's been like a whole day and I just did my sprints. I did actually my sprints for September, then I just played and I had to go and practice drive with my uncle. I didn't vlog anything all day, which is fine. It's fine, that happens. I read Dawn Berserk. It was beautiful, stunning. I had my FAES and Gaze live show. Basically, it's tomorrow I really need to study, so I scheduled some actually public sprint for tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. because I really need to do some stuff for Tuesday and I really need to read some stuff. It's not going to take me all day, but I really want to start early and get done with it and then edit some videos and then also read my pages. I want to do some public sprints, like ideally once a week. Never ever happened before, but ideally, and then like use them to study as well, and then like obviously have evening sprints for patrons and sometimes evening stuff with public as well, like manga nights, etc. That's what I got. I'm going to bed now. I read Dawn Berserk. Did I say that? I loved it. 5 stars. Yeah, that was my day. I did a video as well. Did I say that? So yeah, yay. Good night, and I'm tired, so see you tomorrow. It's the next day and I am on sprints and I want to say hello, that you could join sprints sometimes, and I thought my battery camera was ruined, but it might not be ruined after all. This is the mess of my desk after journaling today. Didn't even feel myself journaling. I did my spreads for September, October in my November spreads now, but now I'm done sitting here and I was sprinting for almost 9 hours. I'm gonna go and watch something with Erica. I tried to say Erica and Oli at the same time. Erica and Oli. I'm just gonna relax a bit with them. I haven't read my pages yet, but I have also been listening a lot to Fourth Wing. So I was looking for my iPad. Yes, I kind of read that, but I haven't read my pages. I'm gonna go into them now and relax them in there, and then probably read later, which is fun. I forgot the thing for the camera. I'm gonna bring you guys, of course. I'm gonna try to vlog a tiny bit. Did I just have it? Did I put it in my pocket? so it is much later. I'm going to bed. It's actually just 11, so it's a good bedtime for me. I'm very, very tired. I did start my next book, which I haven't talked about, which is Sarah Boateng's Guide to Witchcraft and Mayhem, which is a sequel to Sarah Boateng Guide to Vampire Hunting. It basically follows Sarah, who is like the daughter of hunters, or like hunters of magical creatures, etc. And then one day her parents are going on this mission, and then they're not bringing her with them, even though like they've been on a run together. Not a run, but on a hunt together like her whole life. This is a really dangerous one, and then she's put with her like aunts and her cousin, and then she needs like to start normal school, etc. And she's like, what the fuck? And then it turns out that there are vampires or like supernatural creatures there at the school, and then she needs to fight them herself because she can't get a hold of her parents. That's in the first book. And then she has this group of friends that help her, and it's like the sweetest fun family of thing, and I really, really loved it. The ending shocked me to my core, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I get it like 5 out of 5 stars. I was very excited for this one because the ending, as I said, of the first one was like, I was really wondering of the consequences of that because there was a lot of stuff happening there at once. So I don't know if this is supposed to be a trilogy or like a duology, but I am currently, oh god, the bookmark is flying around, 170 pages into this, and it is 271 pages, which means that I'm done in 100 pages. And so far, I'm not going to say that nothing has happened, but so far, nothing I thought would happen has happened. It's definitely an interesting thing going on, and it's like an interesting, I don't know how to say it, investigation case in a way. It's not at all what you think probably it is about, her hearing me talk about the first one, because like I cannot spoil the ending of the first one, but where we are here is very different than the first one, and then it goes in a completely different direction again, and I'm so confused of why we are focusing on the things we are focusing on. I don't understand why we use so much time on it, and now it's 100 pages left, and I'm like, how are we gonna wrap up this whole story in 100 pages? I, for some reason, thought it was a duology. It has to be more books in the series, because this is impossible to do in 100 pages. Then I honestly don't understand, but it's nothing written up on Goodreads or anything, so I don't know. I need to read, obviously, the last 100 pages to find out, but I honestly don't know how we're going to fix everything and get the answers for everything in the last 100 pages. It's not possible. There needs to be more books in the series, which I don't mind at all. I would love a longer journey with Sarah and her friends and this world. It's so cool. Based on Ghanaian mythology, and I just really, really love how the book is set up, and like the mythology and just the characters, etc. I'm just very surprised of how the plot is going. I'm not saying I don't love it. I'm just very confused, as I said, of how the story will wrap up. So it needs to be more books, honestly. Like, I don't understand how we're gonna do this in 100 pages, honestly. So yeah, I love the world and the characters, etc. But I honestly am very shocked right now. So I don't understand what I would feel when I finish the last 100 pages, which needs to be tomorrow, which means I am a bit behind on my reading already. It's only Monday, but it's fine. I will figure it out. It's all good. I need to go to bed now. I listened to a lot of Fourth Wing today. I honestly don't know where I am in the book, but over halfway, probably. And I don't bother getting in the book, but it is... things are happening, and I'm laughing out loud because it's a bit ridiculous, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Some of the things I'm actually quite shocked about, and like I really like the world a lot. It's actually pretty cool. So yeah, I would talk more about Fourth Wing, like I guess when I finish this or something, which I think will be in like this week sometime. But yeah, now I'm gonna go to bed, so see you tomorrow for more reading and life. Yay. Okay, it is a new morning, and I have my lecture in 9 minutes, and instead of working with school before that, I did read Don Sarah Bowen's Guide to Witchcraft and Mayhem, and it is indeed another book coming, because no way it would end like this. It's just, it wasn't anything announced. I just assumed we were having a duology. It seems to be a trilogy or even more books. I am up for like 5 books for this gang. I honestly love them so much. I honestly had a great time with this. I was just, for some reason, really like ready for it to be over because I thought it was a duology, but that's just on me. But obviously, love Serva, I love the gang. Things developed in a devastating manner, just like the first book. But it's such a fun series with such good friendship and characters. and world building, and yeah, there was just one decision in this where I was like, why are we doing this? And then obviously it went terribly, and I know why we're doing it, but I also don't know why we were doing that. I can't say the decision, but I'm just like, maybe we shouldn't have done that in the first place. But obviously, like, it was really great. I don't think it reached the 5-star potential as the first book did. I would give it a very strong 4-star, but it was honestly such a good time, and I honestly love the series a lot. It's one of the best Rick Reiner presents I read, and I read quite a few of them, so yeah, I need to read the rest though. I'm very behind. I am now gonna have my lecture and stuff. I'm gonna maybe sneak journal in while he's talking, because there's a lot of talking. It's like a 3-hour lecture, okay? I need it. And today, what I'm gonna read, I might as well show you, is first I'm gonna read The Dark Elf Alone by Helen Kalheim. This is like a Norwegian graphic novel that is promoted as a manga. It's not a manga, in my opinion, but it is a Norwegian graphic novel that seems to be very popular and doing really well, so I want to read it. It seems to be about a elf or a boy that grows up around elves, and he feels very alone. And yeah, this is the first volume. I have the second volume too, which will be my next one, but after I read 3 more books. And yeah, just curious about it, so I'm excited to read. And then my book for today is Vingebelastning, or I would say wing heaviness, but I don't think that's the right expression, by Helga Flatland. This is also a Norwegian book, but it is because Helga is coming to my city next week, and I think I'm gonna go and meet her. So I want to read the rest of her books. I have this and another one, which will probably be my next read that I haven't read by her. So yeah, this is a really short book that is like 268 pages. So I'm intending to read this whole thing today, which in theory I have time for, but I might need to read the rest tomorrow or something, like I did with Serva just now. I don't know what it actually is about. I don't want to know, but I'm gonna read it and find out. So that is my read for today. Might listen to some Fort Wing, might watch some more horror movies, and yeah, do this lecture. And then I have a bookish event later with like some publisher stuff that you get to go to if you work in a bookstore or the library, etc. But that is not until later today, and I will try to film it, but I don't know how much. So yeah, see you soon. I've just been chilling on my computer, play some Dead by Daylight. I am gonna edit now. But then I want to get some packages. I come back to this. What is this? She's just been lying here this whole time. I didn't notice because when I sit here, I can't see shit on the other side. She just wants to be with me. Why do you want to be with me? It's my sister's dog. We are watching her before when she's at school. But I got two huge packages that I want to show you. I need to sit down somewhere so we can open them together. Eep! I don't know if this is the best place to do it, but let's just go. We have one tiny one and one huge one, which was really heavy. This is all the things I bought when there was a sale like 2 weeks ago. It takes a bit of time for them to come. Let's see what is in here. Ruining the book. No, it was just the paper. Okay. So this is, as you can see, Milk Fed by Melissa Broder. This one Sarah recommended to me, and I am most likely reading this for our upcoming readathon, which I'm doing its own vlog for. So you hear more about it then. Don't know anything about it, just bought it based on that alone. Then we have a huge one, like literally it is huge. And I think I need scissors, which I don't have. Maybe my Cortana paper opener is enough. It's not sharp at all actually, so apparently not. It worked out. It worked out. Come on. Cortana, you should be able to do this. It did it actually. Okay, let's see. Let's see. You didn't get to see because my address is on this side. It's like 5 books in here. Okay, first one is Frankenstein, apparently, by Junji Ito. This I bought after reading Tommy for Manga Nights. So I'm just continuing buying them kind of in order-ish as they were released. Excited to read this collection. And then we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 19. Again, continuing the series. And I think volume 20 is not yet released. It's releasing this fall. So in theory caught up, but by the time I read this, volume 20 has probably already been released. Then we have Demon Slayer 20, which is, wow. I think I only have 3 volumes of Demon Slayer left to buy. I think the next one I need to read is volume 14, so I'm quite behind of how many I have, just because of my system, but it's all good, it's all fine. Very excited to continue, obviously. Then, oh, we had the next one in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is apparently just all the manga about on the manga night, which is again a continuation. We are on volume 2, but it's like in a Phantom Blood little arc thing. And yeah, I am continuing the series, even though it's very weird and has a billion volumes, but I am going to read them, and I am excited to see where we'll go, even though it's super weird. And then we have, oh, okay, so this is actually also for the readathon. This was recommended by Taina, and this is Identity by Mitu Sanyo, and it's apparently also translated, but from what? From German. It has a, I was going to say, interesting cover. And I don't know actually anything of what it is about, but hopefully I will like it and understand what's going on. Yeah, it definitely has an interesting look, and yeah, so again, reading it for the readathon most likely. It's much more different and thicker than I thought it would be. And yeah, that was it in today's bookish package. We haven't actually gotten any in this vlog yet. I usually got them like every day, but not anymore. I also think that I'm getting one from Illumicrate later today, but we shall see. You shall see me soon. I am gonna go and actually edit the video now, but such is life, such is life. Should I do more school? Probably gonna edit the video instead. Okay, so I just read The Dark Elf Alone that I talked about earlier that I was going to read. I need to go soon, but I have time to talk about it now. And honestly, I don't know how to talk about this. It was not at all what I thought about. As I said, I thought it was about a human living with elves or something, but it's not about that at all. It's about an elf that is a dark elf living with all these other white elves. That's literally what they are called, by the way. And the whole book is basically about racism, and I did not expect this. And I don't know, honestly, like how I feel about it. It made me very uncomfortable. And I don't know if it was done well, because it felt very uncomplex and very like on the surface level of what racism really is. But it was just done also in a very uncomfortable way. So now I'm sitting here like, what did I just read? But basically our main character, Kane, I think it's called Kame. He is like a dark elf living with white elves. The dark elves and white elves was at war with each other, and he's like the last dark elf. And all the people at school and everyone just like hates him because he is a dark elf. They just literally bully him and isolate him and don't talk to him and literally cause him slurs and are terrible to him. Then he gets like one friend that also seems to be either schizophrenic or has some kind of like DID, because he has voices in his head, but I can also like change the front. And then his mother raised him all his life. It's a very intense life right now. To just be like, oh no, you're like everyone else. Don't think that you're a dark elf. You just have a skin disease. And I was like, what? My dad is coming downstairs. So his mother's basically raising him to be like, forget who you really are. And like, it's like, oh, everyone is terrible to you. Wow, that's too bad. Because you're like everyone else. And I'm like, no, he's not. He is being discriminated against and being harassed and everything against him. And then his teacher's even like, oh, that's terrible. And like his teacher is nice. They're like trying to support him, and like, it's not racist, but he's also like, well, you're stronger than them, so you should just try to like ignore what they're saying, and like you can beat them. And I'm like, why you're not supporting him, why you're not helping him, why you're not giving consequences to these people that are being terrible to him. And I'm supposed to like feel like the teacher's a good guy, and I literally hate them as much as everyone else. And like even when he tried to like help them, the others are like, oh, you are a race trader and everything. And I'm like, what am I reading? And also the whole graphic novel starts out with a main character being captured and sold as a slave. So we had that on top of everything else. And then we get like a flashback of how he grew up and like his one friend that also like is an orphan. That's his one friend and like has it terrible as well because of his like mental health that he's not getting any help with as well. And like it's just like, oh, he's just like this. And I'm like, what? And then we have visitors from humans, and humans used to be at war with elves. And they hate dark elves because they think that they did all the horrible stuff. And I assume that we're gonna slowly reveal that like maybe obviously that the dark elves weren't evil like they think they are, and that the white elves probably did a lot of shit just like the dark elves maybe. And maybe he's probably not the last one, that's what I assume. And I guess the story will like have these things revealed and been like the point of the story, and then people maybe would change their opinions or whatever. I don't even know. But like, why is this the story that I'm reading right now? Why is this the focus of the story? And I know we have like many fantasy stories like this where like some races hate the other races. That's not normal. We have like different sides of conflict. We have some people hating a certain kind of magic and then like being like discriminating against maybe our main character that has like a unique magic than everyone else. And all that is grounded in racism, being different and like being from a different race, obviously. Or maybe not just grounded in racism, but just discrimination and other in general. And this light is terrible. It's like literally I can't see shit. But why just the way this was written, I don't know, it gave me a really bad taste in my mouth because I felt like it wasn't done well at all. I felt it's very like surface level and just like very one perspective. And frankly, should have had some trigger warnings opening this because the way they use slurs, the way they act, the attitudes in this, and I know that they are supposed to be the bad guys. We are not supposed to like the people being mean. But just the way it was handled, it was just really odd to me. And I assume that these things are going to be explored more. It's just one volume out of a series that is ongoing. But I just, seriously, I was just sitting there like in shock. I'm like, what am I reading, honestly? Did not expect that was what it was about. I thought it was just like he didn't have any friends or something. But honestly, this was much deeper than that. And it's not able to carry this topic. And I was just like, yeah, it made me honestly a bit upset to read. That's just how I feel. Other people might feel like it's very accurate for them. I just personally think it wasn't done that well. And I cannot explain exactly why. I tried a bit, but I cannot explain why. And I will read the next one. But I'm like, did not expect this at all. So yeah, it left me a bit like, huh? But yeah, I read it. I'm shocked. It's a hard time putting what I felt. But for me, just... it's not topics that are unknown in fantasy, obviously. But why this didn't work for me exactly? It was just something about the way it was handled. I don't know. It was weird. Either way, I don't know what I would even rate it. Like 2 stars. The art was pretty, but it's a bit boring after a while. Story, I apparently didn't like that much. I guess it was just the approach. Because obviously, like, there's a billion fantasy stuff where our main character is like other and different. And being bullied or taken down for reasons. But just in this one, why didn't it work? Words, I don't know. But yeah. Okay, I need to leave now. But that was the thought for that one. I will try to read the other book later, but probably won't get to it. But at least I read something. Bye. Okay, I'm walking to my bus, vlogging on my phone. I remember more things about the Dark Elf I didn't like. I'm trying really hard to not overthink it, but I'm overthinking it. First of all, the mother, I think I said it, but the mother basically said to the main character that you're white, you will be fine, you're like everyone else. I'm like, girl, it's... why are you saying that? Oh, there's people. I feel like saying that he's like everyone else when it's they who are racist and are growing in this racist society, it's like, it's wrong in all ways. It's like saying to a black person, it's like, oh, you're white, you're like everyone else. So just act like everyone else, you will be fine. Like, what the... this cars. How does that make sense? Tell me. Also, if there's a lot of like hate towards the dark elves in this world, we would not delve deep into like why at all. They were at war, that's all we know. Obviously, it's really easy to have like a lot of hate towards one race. I can get that, but we didn't like delve into why, as I said, at all. There was no explanation, it was just hate. The whole story focused on the hate towards our main character. If it wasn't that the sole focus and plot, I would have liked him more. Also, as I said, his best friend, he I guess like one friend, had like, I think as I said earlier, DID. And then we went into another trope where like your other personas are like violent or untrustworthy, etc. So that's another trope I really hate, and mental health DID trope that is really overused, and people with DID also hate it. So I didn't like that either. And also there was magic in the world, but we didn't like get to see any of the cool stuff because we were just focused on racism. The whole story was just about that. So yeah, if it wasn't solely focused on that, would have liked them more, I think. Now I'm waiting for my bus. I might vlog some more. Yay. Also buying a volume of One Piece. Hello. It's like 11 and I really need to go to bed. I was at the event thing, I filmed a bit of it and it was nice. I only got one book though, but I also bought another one. I got another one for free, and I got another Illumicrate box that I'm gonna open tomorrow for you guys because I literally need to sleep now. I need to wake up 6:30. I'm not ready because I'm going to work, so I will show you that tomorrow because honestly I don't have the energy in me. I didn't read my pages in my other Wing Heaviness book thing. I didn't read anything of that. I read a graphic novel and I finished Serva, so I'm happy with that. And I really need to sleep, but I had a good time. And I hope you're enjoying this vlog so far, and good night. Okay, it's now the next day and I can vlog because I'm done at work. I'm on sprints with my Patreons. Again, need to vlog with the light behind me because it's where I place my reading chair, but I feel like it looks okay, it's just a bit stupid. You're a bit far away though, wait. Now you're a bit close, but it's okay. So I have lots of books to show you that I accumulated yesterday. First of all, I managed to get One Piece volume 4 of the omnibus versions. I have in theory this order somewhere else, but I'll figure it out. I really want to read this week and I really want to continue, and then I saw they had them in a local store, so I just want it now and I'm very happy I have it. I should have had it last week when the live action was out, but here we are. I don't think they had it in stock. I actually don't remember if I checked or not, but yeah, I have it now. I'm very happy. I'm going to read it on Sunday. I mean, now on Wednesday. Then I got a copy of Crypto, which is book 6. I have 1 and 2 and I really enjoyed number 1. I need to continue. It's a Norwegian like comic series and I like seriously really love the first one. And obviously I'm gonna get Rust, but I thought that I could get this for free. I might as well get it now, so I need to pay money later. I need to get obviously 3, 4, 5, but that is 3 I need to get, and I have 3, so I have half. It's all good, it's all planned. Then I got 1 free book at the event that I filmed yesterday. I thought we would get a bunch of books, that's what you usually get, but I only got 1. However, the one I got seems to be really interesting. It's a Norwegian book, which is called Il Tenna Vann Tunge, which is basically Fire Teeth Water Tongue by New Deep. This is a Norwegian Vietnamese author who writes about her family coming to Norway and like the hardships they've gone through, their family in general, what she experienced when she grew up. It is like a fiction novel based on her life, and the author was also there. Super, I was gonna say inspiring and cool lady. And I also got it signed, which I was trying to show you, but the page doesn't want to open. I literally cannot open to that page. Look at it, signed to me. The cover is really pretty. and I'm really interested in reading this story. It's the kind of story that I think I will like. I am excited to read it now. So yeah, I'm glad that we got a copy because I didn't know it existed, which is why they gave us the copies in the first place. But hopefully I will like it, and again, it's really story that is about subjects and like themes that I really generally enjoy. The 3 things I got, 2 of them were free though. Where do I put things I talked about already? There's a lot of books around me right now. Then I got the fair little box, which I think is Here Around the World. So I'm opening it now. It is. What do I do now? Because I actually really want to read this now. It might be my next read after the Helga Flatland books. It's stunning. So this is obviously the sequel to She Became the Sun, which is one of my favorite books. It reminds me I need to buy the US copy as well. This is the Fairlight edition. It is absolutely a stunner. It doesn't have like, yeah, it does have like the rain. Like it's black hair and then it goes like darker blue and then blue on the top. I love the first one so much. I'm so excited that I have a exclusive copy. I think I will honestly love it. This is much thicker than I thought it would be. I don't think I am ready in my head to read this ever, but I shall do it and I think I will love it. I'm very, very excited. It is on my TBR for the month and I really want to get to it. So I'm putting it in my TBR cart. You're going straight in. There. You didn't really see that, but it's fine. Then I got 3 more packages in the mail today. Here's the first one. I think this is a manga. Yes! It is, as you maybe or maybe not can see, Oshinoko Volume 3. I had it on pre-order because they kept going out of print and stuff, and they're cheap on pre-order. So I have Volume 2, I haven't read that yet, but I will read it soon. And here is Volume 3, and I'm excited to continue this super, super, super weird series, but very excited. Another package. Ugh, I can't get it out. It's stuck. No, it's seriously stuck. I have to rip it all the way open. So it is Soul Leveling Volume 7. Again, super excited to continue this. I love it so much and cannot wait to continue the series. The news released now in English. And then one last package. I think this is a manga as well. Oh my god. It is indeed. Ooh. And it is My Hero Academia Volume 34, which I'm obviously super excited to read, to continue this very long and entertaining series. And this is the newest one I need to read. Yay! So that is it for the package just today. Just manga, always, which is what I love to see. Now I'm gonna go and read my book in my chair on springs. So I am reading Wing Belastning, which I found out is not wing heaviness. It is wing load, I think is a better word. And it started out, I read about 14 pages, and it started out with a dude seeing this plane in Vietnam crash, and then he's like a bit hyper-focused on it right now. But I have no idea what it should develop in it. I actually should finish this today, as well as start the next book and read 200 pages of that if I want to catch up on where I'm supposed to be in my reading. I have at least like 3 good long sprints to do that. Well, this one I used vlogging, but after. I need to go and read now. I don't have time for you anymore. Goodbye. Okay, so as you might have noticed, me and my friends, we are on a horror movie binge because we're watching Through the Conjuring Universe. We just ordered movie tickets to watch The Nun 2 because we are getting through all the movies to Saturday. My life is insane right now. When I say that, I mean like my schedule of all the things I need to do every day and like what I'm planning. Like it's so much, and they think that I am insane, and I also think I'm a bit insane, but I'm just rolling until I crash and die, and then I'm just like, well, at least I did stuff before I died. Either way, I just want to talk a bit about the book that I finished. Not finished, I'm lying. I didn't get to finish it. I have super little left. I'm considering reading in the bed, even though it is way past my bedtime. Because again, we're watching a movie and discussing when we're going to watch it on. Because we realized that, seriously, my schedule is too busy. But it is, as I said, wing load or like shoulder load maybe, and it follows a main character that lives in Norway and it's a Norwegian book, as I said, and he finds out basically that he has been depressed all his life, and it's like talking about like his life and all his like thought patterns and like many different things. It hits too close to home for some things that I'm known of, especially like with the healthcare system in Norway and like just the process, reading about it. It's so close to some of the people that I know in my life. It was just a bit weird because I don't know how the healthcare system is in other countries, but here it was just like exactly how and what happened here. It was just like, wow, it's really like that, huh? And my character is feeling a lot of things and is struggling a lot. So it's not exactly sad. It's just very interesting to read about. And so far I'm really, really liking it. It's written really well. And as I said, I think Helga might be my favorite like fiction Norwegian writer, except like C. Patterson, who writes fantasy. And I'm enjoying it a lot. I have, as I said, like 10 pages left. I might, as I said, finish it in bed. But overall, just a lot about like mental health and how he's struggling communicating this with his partner. And just in general, just him struggling and flashbacks of how we grew up, etc. And it's very interesting. And as I said, I'm really enjoying it. And now I'm gonna go in my PJs and actually go to bed. You should see me in the morning. I also filmed a lot for this vlog than I usually do. And now I realize that I need to edit that as well, which just piles on my list of stuff I need to do. I feel like I started out this vlog being like, oh my god, this is my new lifestyle. I wake up early to be productive, and I just put on more things on my plate that I need to do. And I feel like that I'm not a clever person. I just, as I said, I'm gonna just roll until I can't get up again. Good night. Hello, it's the next morning. I read some required reading, and now I am soon going out a bit towards my errands. But I'm gonna read in my book. You can yell at me for being a bad student, but I did read the required reading. And I have some writing to do. I need some more time on it. So yeah, it's fine. I have like 3 months. It's fine. I just want to read in my book that I didn't get to read in yesterday. I did finish Wing Load yesterday. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I don't actually know which side we're supposed to be on. I don't think we are supposed to be on like either, but I was just like conflicted of how I felt. And again, very close to home for many different topics in that. So really interesting. Now the next one I'm gonna read, did I say, is Stay If You Can by Helga Flatland, the same author, Norwegian author. I want to read, as I said, all her books before the event next week where I will meet her. And this is the last one I need to read. This is 3 books though. This is a collection of a whole trilogy. I'm counting it as 1 book because they're quite short books altogether. I think it's like 600 pages. So yeah, I'm supposed to be on page 400 and it's today. So that's why I'm going to read some now. Is this me choosing reading over studying? I don't know. But I feel like I did study first. And then I'm going to do this because I need to watch the movie thing after. I don't know. I'm not good at decisions. But I'm going to read anyway because everything else will figure itself out, okay? So I'm going to join this. Hopefully I will like it. I think it's quite sad. I think it's about like, a boy friend group. And then I think basically everyone dies. Because I heard someone say it was really sad. So we shall see if I like it. Let's go. Okay, and now I'm going to bed. It's not over my bedtime this time. It's actually before my bedtime. So I might read a few of my pages in my book, Stay If You Can. So I'd managed today to get to only page 224. It's really because I read it very slowly. It's a lot of text on each page. I need to concentrate because I read slow in Norwegian. I don't know why, it's just a thing. And I just really want to capture like literally every word because it's such a gripping book. But yeah, I started like the second book in a trilogy in the bind-up, and it follows just like I said. It's like out on the countryside in Norway, which is again so weird to read about. And we have this like kind of friend group, and they all die, or most of the friend group die. And then we have literally different point of views in this like town. We have like the sister of one of them, mother, father of like people who knew them, because everyone is really like close together, because that's how it is in Norway. Out of town, countryside. It literally, I keep forgetting, because I live in Norway myself, I keep forgetting that a lot of people in Norway grew up with like 5 people in a class out on the countryside. And I talk to people and met people that have grown up like that, but then sometimes I'm always like, wow, that's so weird, la 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 la. And I think that I live in a place where like it's not really city, because it's like a tiny city, but compared to the countryside, which is most of Norway, by the way, they have really small cities. And like if you just like drive like 30 minutes, you're literally in the countryside most places. Yeah, it's basically like about a place like that. You have different characters and people affected by what happened, and it's very interesting and very heartbreaking and sad to read, but really well written. And just very complex and good characters and motivations, and Helga just writes so well, and that is why, as I said, that I am so impressed by her writing, and I'm feel really happy that I'm like reading through all of her works. And yeah, that's my thoughts so far. Honestly, just really liking this one, and I'm very sleepy, so I'm gonna go to bed and read a tiny bit in bed. See you tomorrow. Good night. My eye looks weird because when I get tired, it droops. And I don't know why. If anyone is an expert on this, tell me why, because it happens like every night. It suddenly became like super hot and we're all dying. I am a very good student. I used all morning playing Genshin, but I did watch my like lecture video stuff things. And I got some packages in the mail. Erica, wanna hold the camera? Thank you. So I got one package. If I can open it. We have the Shadow Crosser by G.C. Cervantes. This is the 3rd book in the series. I need to read it to read all the series that was in my TBR. So I'm reading this month. So I had to buy a copy, of course. Then we have another tinier package. I know what it is, I think. Is it heavy? And it is... Wait, there's shit on it. Our Dark Duet by Schwab, which is like the second one in the collector's UK editions that came. I have the first one and this one was just released. Yay, now I can take the camera. Thank you. Very pretty. And my glasses are foggy because I'm so hot. So yeah, I also bought another book yesterday that I forgot to show you. But I need to show you later because it's not in here. It's in my room. And now we're gonna watch Conjuring 2. And we only have one more movie after that before watching The Nun tomorrow. Yay. Bye. Hello, so it's later. Bedtime and all that good stuff. I want to show you that I bought even more books today. Because that's just how I am. I dropped something, it's fine. I just can't stop. I have issues. I am fully aware. The book I bought yesterday, forgot to say, was Dragonfall by All.R. Lamb. It's a pretty cover. I assume it's dragons. It was recommended to me for the Patreon readathon, which is happening next weekend, which I will also do a vlog for, which will be after this sometime. And I'll probably read that then. So I got that. I needed to get it fast, and I made sure to had to call to get it, and it was a whole thing, but I have it. Then today I saw that we suddenly had Before We Say Goodbye, which is the 4th book in Before the Coffee Got Cold series. I don't think this is really out yet, but it was there, and then I had to get it. And then I had to get one for Erica too, but then I had to get 3 for 2 since I was on a roll. So I also get the Belladonna, which I heard things about. I think people really like it. I heard that it's supposed to be good. I have been curious of it, and I wanted it. So I'll read it eventually. It is purple. So we like that. And yeah, that is the 3 books that I got yesterday and today. I did continue a bit in Stay If You Can by Helga Flatland. The book is in my backpack in another room. And I am really enjoying it. It's very sad, but it's very enjoyable. So well written. I think I read like barely 100 pages. I don't think I even read 100 pages at work. And that's all I read because we were again watching The Conjuring stuff. We've done all the movies now, and then we're going to watch on 2 tomorrow, as I said. I was supposed to finish that today. That didn't happen. So hopefully I will finish that tomorrow. And then I'm also supposed to read another book tomorrow. But I have some time after work between the cinema, so I will try to finish it then and then maybe get to the next one, etc. Because on Sunday I'm only reading manga, all like a balance of my life. Sunday I watch the whole movie franchise. Sunday I am behind on my reading, need to catch up. Sunday I do a lot of schoolwork. I don't even know. Sunday I edited like 4 videos in like 2 days, and now I haven't edited a video in like, what, 2 days? Has it been 1 day? I don't know. Did I edit yesterday? I have no recollection. And then I played loads of Genshin today because I had to do an event. That was over in 2 days. So that I suddenly did as well. I'm a weird, unbalanced person. But it's okay. Now I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to work tomorrow morning. I'm going to read some on Subway. It's the best reading time. You should see me then. Thank you. I was supposed to add the vlog. But that will be the last day for this vlog though. But yeah. See you soon. Good night. Good night. This is the next morning. And listening to Fourth Wing and just made me cry. Like, tears were streaming, but I was upstairs, I couldn't film it. And now, it's too late, you can't see it. I was gonna be like, I'm a crybaby, but no evidence. I have listened to Fourth Wing a lot, like every day. I'm soon done, I think I will finish it today. And while so much of it is so silly, it's a very fun book, as I've been saying this whole time. It made me laugh out loud of being just kind of ridiculous, but it's kind of, I think it knows. But it does many emotions incredibly well, and it has fun dragon fights, so that's what I want in life. I just was going to say that. I'm going to work soon. I was just listening to Fourth Wing and want to show you my tears, but there's no tears anymore. So it was kind of boring. Like my face, I mean, not the book. Just finished Fourth Wing at my bus stop. That ending. Like, I had a suspicion, but at the same time, like, die. I'm very excited for book 2. I almost cried again. Apparently, I got very emotionally attached. Some stuff was very stupid. Like the sex scenes, they were ridiculously funny for me. But a lot was great, actually. Yeah, I don't know if you can even hear me. I'm going to work. Bye. We're going to watch The Nun. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get scared?
We'll see. I hope so.
Bye, loser. Bye, loser. Sit down. Bye, loser. Hello, I just came back from watching The Nun. It's like my bedtime. I still did not manage to finish this because it was delayed when on my way back because the subway didn't go anymore and stuff. And then I only got to read a bit when I came home, and then I had to go out, and now it's my bedtime. So it's a bit annoying. I might finish this tomorrow morning actually, but I don't really have time then either, and then there's manga night. So this vlog is in theory over and depending if I like finish that tomorrow morning or not. But I'll have like an ending clip for like what I read and stuff. I'm gonna do a separate vlog for manga night, and then I will start a new vlog, I think on Monday, I think. Apparently that's what we're doing now. I'm very sweaty because it was really hot outside. Yeah, Nun was really fun. It just doesn't make sense in the wider universe of the Conjuring verse. But like as a standalone, I had quite a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying my book, but it's reading so slow for me. So yeah, I should have actually finished another book and a manga today. So I'm very behind, but I will catch up in the next week. Somehow. It's okay. It's all good. It's all fine. It will all work out in the end. But yeah, now I am gonna sleep. Might read a tiny bit in my book, but definitely not finish it. I might just knock out. Yeah, I also finished watering that I sat at the bus stop this morning, which was really fun. Yeah, good night. See you soon. Hello. It is the next morning. I'm soon gonna go and practice drive. It is super foggy and sad outside. I don't know if you can see. Can you see that? It looks very like ominous. Let's hope I don't crash. Either way, I did finish this morning now. Stay if you can. I'm gonna sit down in my chair. I did finish this. It was very good. I don't think the ending was as good as the beginning. Like, the beginning was amazing. Like, the first book gripped me to my heart, and like then I just lost interest as much as we went on. It was still great and a really solid book. I give like overall like 4 to 5 stars. It is, you know, 3 books in one book, but like still lost my interest a bit. Like, the beginning was just very solid, and then the ending was a bit like, do I still care? I guess I do. And it was interesting that we got to see like the different perspectives for like the people living in this town. I found it set in Norway, where I live was even mentioned. And yeah, it was like overall a good time, but I feel like the beginning was like 5 stars, and then like the ending was like 3.5 in a way, but it was still like an overall 4-star strong book. So I'm glad I finished that. And then I actually started my next read, which is Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert, which was picked out on my TBR game. This is the second book in a Wicked Villain series, and every book is kind of a retelling of a Disney movie, but like dirty. And like they kind of are with the villain instead of the hero. But here it seems like we're gonna all end up together. So this is Meg and Hades' story, and then Hercules is now involved with them for reasons that are secrets. It seems like they all are very, at least I was gonna say for now, attracted to each other. And there's very like complex relationships in here. Love sex. I started it, and I'm on page 126, and I won't be able to finish it today, because I am now going to go and drive, and manga night starts right after, and then it will probably last like all day, so I won't like read this later. I really highly doubt it. So I managed to read half, and I was like, I don't like starting a book in a vlog and not finishing it in the same vlog, but I thought it's better if I read 100 pages now, because in theory I should have finished this yesterday, so that like at least I started it, so when on Monday I'm gonna read it. I have super little to read, and then can continue to read it. Actually, I'm going to read on Monday, which I haven't decided yet, but I will start a new vlog then. This was the first 9 days in September. I mean, it is the 10th now, but like I'm ending it here. How much did I read? I don't actually remember. Let's go over to another pile of books. Here is my pile. So we had Spirit Burst Its Teeth, Berserk, Serva Botang, Mørke Alven, Vingeblastning, and Say If You Can. So it's like 6 books, 2 of them being manga and a graphic novel. So yeah, I mean, it's not my best week. And it's not even a week, it's 9 days. So yeah, I should be ashamed. But it's okay, it's okay. I used longer than I should have on Say If You Can. I was supposed to have Learn My Lesson and another graphic novel. Then it would have been 8. So yeah, but it's fine. I will catch up next week. It's all good. It's all fine. That's what I got you for this vlog. I hope you have enjoyed. You shall see me very soon in a new vlog, apparently. Because that's what I decided. I don't know why. I know that this is gonna go up very, like, in October probably. Even though we are in the beginning of September. But that's just how it is. I hope it's okay. It's still a vlog. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, you should see me soon. Thank you so much for watching once again. Leave a hog emoji down below if you enjoyed this. You should see me soon in a video. Goodbye.